feeling the squeeze of the cost of living crisis, which is really stacking up the cost to each one of us, the families, the bills that we have to pay up. It's getting worse and worse. It's almost taking us back to the 70s. It's the worst, actually, that the records are begin. So the energy prices we've seen, what we're seeing from the government is they're trying to protect the company who are making the billions and not the people. And that's why I think what the People's Assembly are doing is so important, and why we need to be supporting each other, showing the solidarity to one another. It's good to see so many of the trade unions here as well today. And then we also see that they've done tax. They keep telling us they'll do the tax cut in 2024 when we're feeling the squeeze today.
The trouble that's happening, that it's just going to get worse and worse down the track. People really are struggling to pay the bills. They're struggling to survive, basically, and live a decent life. And what we want is the government to step in, like they've done in France, like they've done in different countries, to say, look, help people out. You know, we need a helping hand from the people that can afford to do this. There's no reason why ordinary people should have to pay for this cost of living crisis. And ultimately, I think public ownership of the energy companies, that's the ultimate. Otherwise, if the people don't own the energy companies, they can't do anything with it. It's left to the market. We think energy, gas, electricity, water, resources should be a human right, and it should be the government's job to provide it.
I'm here today because I'm absolutely pissed off with the way that things are in this country. The fact that the price of food's going up, the price of energy's going up. It's going to affect the people who can least afford it. These services need to be taken into public ownership. They need to be nationalised.
I mean, they had the opportunity to take a big windfall off the energy companies to sort out the problems that millions of people in this country are going to suffer from, and they won't do it.
So energy prices have been hiked up by at least 54%. Some people are being forced to pay double or even triple in some cases, I've heard, on top of already quite expensive energy prices. XR's big enemy is the energy companies. The same energy companies that are plunging us into catastrophe knowingly and trying to cover it up with disinformation, and have been doing for decades, are the same companies behind this. I think there's a few main things here. Public ownership of energy companies would be a start. So I mean, even France are doing it. You know, it's not just something that's happening in Venezuela or another socialist country or whatever. You know, even France are doing it. Portugal are doing it. I mean, there's all over Europe. You know, there's examples. So there's no reason why we ought to not follow suit. And you know, cut out the profiteering. So that's one thing. Insulation of our homes. We have the oldest housing stock in Europe by some distance, and our energy bills, as a result, are extortionate.